Welcome back, lawn lovers. BW here again. Hey, spring is over, so how about an update? It's June 24th as I'm editing this video. Spring is over, and what a spring it's been. We've had record heat and very little rain in the month of June. Here's a look at a weather chart from my weather station over the last month. You can see a couple of 100-degree days and how long it's been between rain events. Needless to say, I've been getting a lot of exercise dragging hoses around and doing a lot of watering the past few weeks. I'm surprised at how well I've been able to keep up with the watering, but it's still a little bit crispy around the edges. I don't think my lawn could have stood a chance without the two big guns in my sprinkler arsenal. Be sure to check out my video titled New Lawn Sprinkler to learn more about sprinklers. I just bought the full circle version of the Rain Bird 6504 Falcon. The nozzles look a little different than the nozzles on my part circle Falcon, so I can't wait to try that out, and don't be surprised to see a new video about that sprinkler coming out this summer. Well, I forgot to drop the striping roller again. My early DMI fungicide applications for dollar spot and summer patch seem to be working well, but I don't think there's been much pressure for dollar spot so far this year. I'm almost due for another fungicide application, but it's been really nice not to see any summer patch or dollar spot yet this year. It's almost time for summer fertilizer too. Most of the time I use an organic fertilizer in the summer, because it's good for the lawn and the microbes that live in the soil. It also doesn't burn the lawn. This year I think I'll take a slightly more aggressive approach and use the same Enhanced Efficiency Fertilizer that I used last month. The label on the package says that I can use it any time of year. I'm hoping it'll help reduce the pH level of the soil and allow the grass to use more of the macronutrients that already exist in the soil. I just hope the entire summer isn't as hot and dry as June has been. Here's a look at how my mostly perennial ryegrass front lawn is doing. It's looking really good, and brown seed stems haven't been a problem yet, but they still could be during the month of July. I'm hoping that I will see less of those as the lawn matures. Those of you that have been watching my videos know that I've been trying a new lower height of cut on this now mostly renovated Kentucky Bluegrass part of my lawn this year. The new lower growing varieties of Kentucky Bluegrass I used will look better mowed lower. I've been mowing at 2 1/4 inches this year, but the lawn is a little bumpy and I was afraid that I might be cutting a little too low. I hated the way it looked all scalpy at first, but I kept cutting it at this height hoping the grass would adjust to it, just like my front lawn did when I first mowed it to 1 1/4 inches with the reel mower. Now I'm really glad that I resisted the temptation to mow it higher, because it's really starting to look good at this height, as the turf gets denser and denser. This part of the lawn is the area that I renovated last year. You may remember that I had some trouble with that renovation. I suspect that my pre-emergent caused that problem by not wearing off in time for the renovation. As you can see, it's doing pretty well now, except for the part that I didn't dormant seed and used as a control area in my dormant seeding experiment. I'm looking forward to making a full video about my fall dormant seeding experiment and how it progressed from start to finish. You won't want to miss that one. I learned a lot about dormant seeding from doing this experiment. The gardens are doing well this year, and my wife has been busy planting lots of new flowers and vegetables. She's trying lots of squash, carrots, lettuce, and even strawberries in this garden this year. But it looks like the heat and drought have been very hard on everything this year except the squash. Maybe this container garden will do better. It's just a bunch of old containers and an old sandbox, but it's nice to be able to move plants in and out of the sun if needed. We get a lot of weeds and volunteer plants growing in the sand every year, but it's a lot of fun to see what pops up. If any of you happen to know what this pink flowering plant is, please leave a comment and let us know what it is. We're not sure if it's a wildflower or something else that might have come in an old planter a couple of years back. Then of course I have my annual pepper and tomato garden. I was late in ordering seeds this year, and I think there were some problems with seed availability this year because of the COVID pandemic. All the seeds I wanted to order were sold out. Luckily I was able to find some unused seed that I had left over from last year, and thankfully the good Lord provided us with all the pepper and tomato plants we needed for our garden this year. Believe it or not, this little garden generates up to 100 pounds of peppers annually for our local food shelf. Don't forget to like this video and then hit the subscribe button and ring the bell next to it so you don't miss any new videos. And remember, you can do it.